Oh, I actually had to put a jacket on. It's cold.
Mm.
It's not really cold though. It's just like a dampness.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Dana B, Ragnar, Moonsprout, Sandy, Shift Kicker, Lisa, Stephanie, and Susie D. Oh, my scroller's not working. Uh-oh.
Dana B.
Roll Prepper. Oh boy. There's Chris just popped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a oh, and he showed up. It's what time is it?
7:02.
Well, for him.
Well, he's 5 hours
Yep.
behind us, so it's or ahead of us. So he's 12:02.
Yeah. Not
Lisa,
too late, but
no. Be charming. Let's see.
oh,
I've never seen 60-minute reporter.
yeah. Let me see here for a second. Okay. So how you doing tonight, Eric?
Oh, worn out like everyone else.
Yeah.
Is it environmental? Is it sinuses? Is it this? Is it that? Is it just rolling
Yeah.
along,
I have to agree with you. It's this last week. It's like something's just draining the energy right out of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get up and
Yeah.
it's just one of those feelings. And I'm hearing it from multiple people. It's just I'm not bringing the conversation up. It's just as soon as you talk to somebody, you talk about the same thing. It's draining. And it's a full moon.
Yeah.
Full moon time.
10, maybe the Schumann's off.
Yeah.
Screw everyone up too. Yeah, full moon. Probably a lot of lycanthropes out tonight. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, because we were kind of talking a little bit about werewolves and stuff, and I was bringing up like the lycans that came. Well, Vikings. That's one of their lore is a giant lycan, a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
And the name passed my brain. I can't remember his name.
Anyway, their name for a werewolf?
He ends up him and Thor. I think it's Thor. Fight. There's a whole bit about them fighting over Earth and whatnot, and actually Thor loses to him. But yeah, it's an interesting story if you ever have time to dig into it. I wouldn't mind doing it one night maybe.
Yeah, why
because
not?
all those stories come from something. It just
is.
Don't make it up just one night and say, "Oh, yeah, that's what happened there."
Don't most myths come from fact?
Yeah, majority of the time.
Right. Maybe not all, but they shift.
just like they were talking about dragons. They said, well, if it was just one area, then they had dragons in this one, say Japan, because they're big on dragons and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Say it was just Japan and nobody else, then it'd just be a made up story type of thing. But the fact that different areas all over the world have some sort of a dragon, and they're all they've wings, they fly, and they breathe fire and whatnot. And how can all these stories have made it all the way around the earth when that was kind of impossible?
Exactly. I have a confession to make. Hi, everybody. I was 3 minutes late because I was over there listening about bat squatch from I Talk Cryptids. I didn't finish yet, but and then I had a wolf down goulash. So.
Ooh.
I made homemade old-fashioned goulash a couple of days ago. We're still eating it. It's so good.
So what's in wolf down goulash?
Oh, no, I woofed it down. And then I heard you guys all talking about lycanthropes. Those things are creepy. Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah, but I missed the first 3 minutes, but it sounded like really interesting.
Yeah, just basically talk about like how things started, how a conversation starts, and it goes into stories about this and that.
Right, and then I heard you talking about something. I wrote synchronicities in the chat on how like we all kind of on the same page and like the same type of things happen from here to there. And
that's what it was.
The Fenris. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the one that if you ever get into the story, it's a really good story. The Vikings and all that about their gods and whatnot. How they fought. Well, it's been such a long time since I've listened to the story. It was, I guess, Thor and the wolf, the Lycan. They were fighting over the domain of Earth or its people. And there's a whole story in and behind it and everything, and it's really an interesting story.
Yeah, I don't know. The wolves are so pretty. Like,
oh yeah,
they're just gorgeous. Like I love the movie Twilight, but
sparkly vampires.
Right.
Well, it's mostly like I love that story, but. They kind of like make a romance about vampires, which vampires are not good. Like it's not okay. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. They talk about certain vampires today and how they are. And they're actually like nice people and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. In Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't know. But I was going to pick up Walter. And Walter's, if anyone doesn't know in chat, Walter's our 23-inch big, huge pleco, and he's like famous here, okay? But he got given to me. But I had to travel to go get him. And they had just paved this section of road, and this road goes forever. And it was daytime, it was morning, I was going along, and out from the field, I saw something. It was like bounding like this. And it was just so graceful, though, the way it was doing it. It was really big, and it hopped onto the road, and I kid you not. So like from the side of the road where it hopped into the road. It took up, so like you have 2 lanes. It took up over half that lane into my lane. When it landed, its tail to nose took up over half a lane. I have never in my life seen a wolf that big. Not even like in the places where they
you have timber wolves up there, don't you?
Oh, this was definitely something. Yeah.
Yeah. Timber wolves are big.
It was, but this one is so massive. It was like out of the movie of Twilight, but it was so beautiful. And then as I watched it, like I wanted to get my camera and film it, but it's
Of course.
I'm driving
Never.
55 miles per hour, and this happened all so quick. But when it got to the other side of the road, I noticed something ahead of it, also bounding, and I know it was like a deer. So it was after that sucker.
Oh,
It was after breakfast, is what it was.
yeah. Like I said, I know somebody that actually has raised 3. I would love to have a wolf, but the only reason I would do anything with a wolf is if it had no family, it was a puppy or something.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I would raise it. But
You
other than
have to
that,
get
you let nature do that.
right. I'm not sure about Ohio, but I think here you need a license to.
Oh yeah, you do now.
Yeah.
Bigfoot knows why. You can't have any wild animals now.
What?
That was horrific.
What?
What he's talking about.
Oh, the thing in Ohio with a zoo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, he said kind of, but yeah, he said it was whatever it was. He said it was horrific.
Oh yeah. I remember up here, everybody was all, "There's mountain lions. There's a panther over here and stuff."
Yeah.
And the fact that they killed every one of those animals
Yeah, that's a
and lined
disgrace.
them up.
Right.
They had no choice, though. They never dealt with anything like that. And that's the sad part.
Right.
But like I said, if you see wolves on TV and whatnot, a lot of them are not really wolves that you see on TV. They're huskies and half husky and half.
Yeah, they're a hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A real wolf, his head is huge.
Yeah.
He can actually bite your head. And I've said it, which I never knew this until I talked to the guy, and he said wolves don't bark.
I've never.
How?
never
I said
heard.
they have to. I seen it on TV all the time. No.
They like, okay, so like, what is that breed? Grace Johnson actually has them. I'm having a brain cramp. Siberian husky.
Oh, husky? Yeah.
You know how they talk and they whine. Yeah,
Right,
so that would be more of how a wolf would bark. Is they're more talkative than bark.
Oh, they're.
Yeah. There's actually a guy who works at a place, and he has a YouTube channel, but he works at a place where he visits these wolves daily. And this one wolf, people get really upset and fearful for this guy that this thing is going to like eat him eventually. But this wolf and him they have, yes, Grace Johnson, the owl. Yes, thank you. I wasn't sure if she was here, but yeah, they're vocal. But anyways, this wolf like growls at him all the time, but he's just being vocal. So like Danny, the older she gets, the more vocal she gets. She kind of roar, 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 and she talks to us like she like sounds like she's witching or something.
Well, that's interesting there.
The name America come from which land of feathered? Ooh, huh. Yeah, so what was it? In 2022, what Stephanie Lai, I think, brought up is that Mexican wolf population in the United States surpassed 200 individuals at 2022. So this is like with the 7 known wolves in existence since the 1970s. So they definitely are making a comeback. We don't think they ever left. The same thing as the mountain lions. We don't think they ever fully left, but they were so-called eradicated during times like way back, like way
Oh,
back,
yeah.
way.
It was fear. Is
Oh,
the
yeah.
reason why they were wiped out.
Exactly. A lot of it was because of fear.
And like I said, I would rather face a grizzly bear than a pack of wolves. So a pack of wolves are probably one of the most dangerous things you can come across.
Yeah. Like when people will say
They're
that.
so intelligent.
Mm-hmm. that lone wolf that people talk about, like people being a lone wolf. Well, see, I don't trust the lone wolf because wolf packs will have that lone wolf come out and check you out, and you're like scared, but then it leaves and you think you're okay. You're not okay. That wolf just went to go get his pack to have something to eat, and you're it.
Yeah, and you were talking about mountain lions. You don't see mountain lions. You don't hear them. You end up being lunch, and then I got attacked by a mountain lion.
Yeah. Yep. And a lone wolf is unpredictable, but they are. But like I said, they'll come and then they'll leave you alone, which you're like, wow, that was scary, But he's coming back with his pack.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
Yeah, they are. So a lone wolf never really is lone.
Yep.
I want the recipe for wolf down. No, woof down. No, that's how I ate it. I woofed it down. But no, it's just old-fashioned goulash.
You have to call it wolf down goulash now.
Yeah, I guess I am going to have to call it that. Did you want me to heat you up some now that you're awake? No, he's going to heat it up himself. Yeah, I use like a beef broth, and I when I make my old-fashioned goulash, like I actually cook the pasta, and it's usually like macaroni, like elbows. I cook my pasta, I add more liquid, and it gets thick because your pasta, I throw 2 pounds of pasta in a stock pot, and it just sucks up all that goodness right into the pasta. So I throw it in. I throw the pasta in raw. I do not boil my pasta beforehand.
Oh yeah, it soaks up the goodies.
Yeah. And if anyone hasn't done that, don't just do that with sauce, because the sauce is actually too thick. You have to water it down
Then it gets starchy.
Yeah, which is why I use beef broth and a lot of herbs. That way you're not watering down sauce. Ugh, that'd be yucky.
Yeah, because when you make fresh noodles, you cook them you don't cook them in water. You cook them in broth.
Yes, Bigfoot does that. He makes his mom's dumpling noodles. His homemade.
Yeah, roll them out and cut them in little strips.
Oh yeah, he does, and he has Ollie doing it. It's pretty cool, and he likes beans and dumplings in their own broth. Yep. So how are you, Eric?
I'm okay. I was just before you talking about the wolves and what they used to be. I used to go to Connecticut twice a year when I was a young man growing up in Jersey. And we'd always come across a statue, and it was of Israel Putnam. He supposedly killed the last wolf in the Northeast, the lower Northeast.
Yep.
And basically, they just pushed them north. Like there used to be elk all in the along the Blue Ridge Mountains, and we killed all of them off and pushed them west, and like we slaughtered the buffalo just for shits and giggles. Then go out and use them, and I mean they shot them from the train. So I'm not getting on a soapbox or nothing, but man is a very destructive animal himself, and just murders and kills for kicks, so to speak. Where they give him
for trophies.
Yep. But don't get me wrong, I hunt, or not as much as I used to, but I eat what I hunt.
Yeah.
Right. You're not a trophy. You're not a trophy hunter.
No. But that's where a lot of the it's coming back. Like they actually brought wolves back into Yellowstone, and all these people had a fit about that. And I'm like, well, they're going to kill this and that. Well, what the hell do you think they were doing 100 years ago?
They did that a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's like, they're worried about a population of another species that has been on the earth as long as the wolf has, and they didn't go anywhere. Yeah. So it's just.
Brian was there. Remember Bigfoot, where they dropped off 17 wolves here up by
Nice.
his house. Yeah. And he said a few actually didn't make it, but not only are they making a comeback, but we know for a fact, and a lot of people who live here, they have them on trail cams. All of my guy friends that I
Oh,
went to
yeah.
school with, these wolves are mating with our coyote.
Wow.
Well, they had,
And they're
you know,
big.
when the Dust Bowl and all that stuff was happening and there was no food and whatnot, the reason why we have regulations on you can only kill so many deer and whatnot, or regulations on it, everything that you do now, but it's because they were all the critters, the little animals and stuff, they were really scarce because that man had to eat and they were eating, and that's the only way they could get their food. So the deer population went way down. Same thing with rabbits and squirrels and all that stuff.
Right.
And then the thing is, now we have these regulations. If there was no wolves and bears and those things that eat that stuff, we would be overrun with deer and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, we actually here in the Adirondacks and even the Amish get involved because of the coyote. We have to have the coyote because they keep the deer population down as well. Because obviously, hunting alone doesn't help with that. But they actually get together and they have a thing, and it's actually, I don't know if I should. It may bother some people. They have to get together and take care of the coyote because the coyotes are a problem. Like they get in so many packs. So they do.
They're like the wild dogs.
Yeah.
Right.
When dogs don't get fed and they just get tossed out, they all gather and they'll go in people's houses and whatnot.
Yeah. So they do. They actually get what I call ballsy, and they will just start ripping on your chickens, anything that has 4 legs. And they come in packs, and they just, so we have to keep the coyote population down. So they do have like weekends where they go and they go by the pile of coyotes and you win a prize.
Yep.
But you know what? It must be done because otherwise we get overrun with them. Actually, we have a warning out right now about the coyote. It's getting really bad again.
Yeah, like up in Alaska, they don't bother with wolves and stuff, unless they get in a trap or something like that. But and I'm not talking about the cities. I'm talking about the small villages and stuff. If they come around the village, then the village goes out and takes care of that wolf.
Yeah,
because he's scouting out for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The story I wanted to tell about the subject for tonight, I guess. It doesn't have to be the subject, but
Hi, I talk cryptids.
about the Bermuda Triangle. Bermuda Triangle used to be such a big thing. There was all this talk about, and this is 80s and 90s.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I Talk Cryptids wanted to know what a coyote was.
Oh,
Yeah.
The giant dingo.
giant dingo.
Yeah.
It used to be such a big thing, and there was movies about it and talk shows and everything, and I sat there, came across it because I thought of somebody that I knew a long time ago, and she went out on a yacht with some of her friends. Well, it wasn't a yacht, I guess. It was just an expensive sailboat. Anyway, it got me thinking, why do we not hear anything about the Bermuda Triangle anymore?
Right.
And and I went and did a search on it and seen has nothing been reported about it for a long time, even though there's still people coming up missing. There's still ships going down. There's planes that get lost for hours, and then they come out way where direction they weren't going and stuff like that.
Right.
And this is still going on, but yet there's no reporting on it. It's not like the big thing anymore. And the story I was going to want is, she had went out with her friends. The boat belonged to a guy that worked for the owner. He did all the selling, the upkeep, and everything, and they allowed him to take the boat out that weekend. So they were taking the boat out for the day, and they were supposed to come back and have a party and whatnot. So it was a nice, clear day. It was a perfect day in Florida. And they head out, and everything's fine. They're all having a good time and whatnot. And out of nowhere, poof, all wind stopped.
Oh, wow.
Just nothing. And they were stuck out there with no wind for 2 hours, at least 2 hours. And she said that the sailboat actually had a motor on it, so they could go back, but he didn't want to because he would have to pay for the gas. So he didn't want to use the gasoline. So they kept waiting, and he said if it doesn't pick up within an hour, then they'll head back. Out of nowhere, these clouds come, and boom, there's a storm out of nowhere. Wasn't on no radar or anything, and they picked up the radio and started doing the Mayday, and trying to get information about the storm and everything. They contacted somebody. It was I don't know who it was because she never really said, and said there was the it's all clear and whatnot. There's no storms or anything. The guy said, I can see the storm coming this way. It's coming from whatever direction. And then they couldn't get anybody anymore. The next thing, a wave come, and with the storm and a wave came all at the same time, and it capsized the sailboat. And they were all they were all on the bottom of the boat. I don't know what they call them. Eric probably knows what they call the bottom of the boat.
You mean they were hanging onto the keel, the upright thing on the bottom?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I don't know either.
It's keel or centerboard, one of the two.
Yeah, all I know is the boat flipped over and they were sitting on top of it,
Right.
which is the bottom. And they were out there, and they said that they were out, and then it was starting to get dark. And here comes a boat, or a ship, I should say, a big ship. And they waited for this ship to come close to them, and they're all, jumping up and down, screaming and hollering and whatnot. And they go to get this boat, comes close enough to where they could get onto it's like a stairway, so they can go up to the top of the boat. It was toward the back of the boat. Anyways, they got onto the boat, and they're yelling, screaming. There's nobody on the boat. And there's multiple floors and decks, or whatever they call them. And by the time they got to the top, they were making their way to the bridge. They still never seen anybody in there. And they went to a ballroom that was toward the middle of the boat. And there was food in there. There was all these like coffee tables, real lacy stuff. And it was there was candles still lit, and they started eating the food because they've been sitting on there for hours waiting for somebody to come by, and they were eating the food. And the girl I knew and the guy who was not the owner of the boat, but the captain of the boat, I guess you call him, went to go to the captain's at the top, the captain's whatever, the control room or whatever you call it on a boat.
The bridge.
And there you go, the bridge. And he's going up there, and they made it up there, but there's nobody there. So they tried calling on the radio. They never contacted anybody. And they go back down to find the rest of them, which I think there was 3 or 4 other people with them. They go back down to find them, and they weren't there. And when they come back to that area, all the food and stuff that was there was all rotten. It's like it's been sitting there for years. And the further they got through the boat, the older it started appearing, like it more run down. And by the time they got back to the first deck where they got on the boat, it was all run down and rusted and everything. And they're still trying to find the rest of the people they were looking for. And at this time, it's pitch black. It's nighttime. There's no lights, but the ship is still moving. It's still under power somehow. It's still, you can hear motors running. And by the time they got to the other side of the boat, they split up to find the other people that were with them. And she said after that point, she never did see the guy again.
Oh, wow.
Of the boat. And this is when she started hearing voices and spooky stuff. She'd see somebody run past, and she'd go try to find them, and they weren't there no more.
Oh, wow. Like her mind was kind of...
This eerily sounds like the movie Ghost Ship.
That's what somebody mentioned. They said it sounded like a movie, but
there is it's a
the thing is, her story has been made into movies.
But maybe that's
and
it.
The thing is, she ended up she was going cuckoo. I'll put it that way, with what all of it's going on, and she ended up falling off the back of the boat.
Oh boy!
And she was in the water for a good while, and she did get somebody came across her like a day or two later, and she woke up in a hospital, and she tried telling people what had happened. And she said it in, I tried to remember what the name of the boat was. I keep saying boat, but it was a ship. It was like, where people go on vacation, a cruise ship type of thing, but older ones from the 1800s or whatnot. And she said that she gave them the name of the ship that she was on, because they were asking, where did all these people go? And she said they're still on the ship. She couldn't find them, but she said they're still on the ship. And said, what was the name of the ship? And she said, and she gave them the name of the ship, and that's not right. This ship went missing way back in the 1800s or 1900s or something like that.
But it's still there.
Yeah, still floating around somewhere out there.
Explain that. Now, how are we supposed to judge that? Like, I mean, this woman saw this.
Yeah, and
wow.
The fact that she I don't know. She said that as far as she can remember, when went off the boat, she could see the boat going off into the distance, and then she doesn't remember. She thought she died because she thought she drowned and whatnot. But
I can't even imagine that feeling.
But just sitting there, tried and tread water and stuff, and then don't remember anything. And that when they said, "Oh, it's because of the shock and whatnot."
Right.
She said she could have been out there, treading water for a day and don't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's why I said. Now I'm not sure the ghost ship was part of that, because I think ghost ship was salvaging.
Yeah, there's actually two films. One in 1952 called Ghost Ship, and then 2002 was the salvage ship off of Alaska.
Okay. Yeah, and she said, and she never, and I met her in Arizona. She said she won't go by water anymore. That's why she lives in a desert.
Oh wow!
She won't go to a swimming pool. She don't take baths. Nothing. She takes a shower.
This seriously affected her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And when she was telling us this, everybody was making fun of her and this and that, and I completely forgot about this whole story. I mean, there's a lot more details in it and stuff that she would tell.
Right.
But the thing that got me was when they first went in there and they went to the ballroom, they all were eating this food. And by the time they came back from the captain's area, it was all rotten, and there, everything was run down.
Mm-hmm.
And they started. Both of them got sick because they were looking at this food they just got done eating.
Do you want me to heat up some goulash for you now?
And and that's why I always wondered why, because about the Bermuda Triangle, and then because I noticed there was a bunch of other stories about triangles, Bridgewater Triangle, and the one over in Japan, the Devil's Triangle. What's the why a triangle?
Right. Well, yeah. Well, we could go there, but we won't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see these celebrities and stuff. Oh, dang it! What was this one?
What was the
Oh
plot?
man, I wish I remember this now. I just watched somebody, and they were showing their kids' picture when they were a little kid, and they're sitting there on the bed with their mother, and the picture behind them was the symbol of demonic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, dang! I can't remember who it is now.
That woman had a bunch of stuff like those paintings in her home, and they ended up being something wrong with the paintings, wasn't it? Or is that something different?
Yeah, it's demonic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I said you don't hear anything like, because remember in the 80s and 90s that was a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
two boats came up missing in the Bermuda Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
And now you don't hear anything about it.
Oh, when I was a kid, I was afraid of that place, and I didn't even live near it. But I was afraid of being lost there.
Yeah, there was the reason why I started.
A whole fighter squad was lost in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, wasn't that flight 19 or 119 or something?
I don't know if that was the number.
It was 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of theories to that. Boats that go missing, that there's certain things under the water, pockets of air, and
Yeah.
you know, crevices.
Methane gas and yeah.
And if there's enough, if it can create enough bubbles, and I'm talking billions of bubbles, well, you basically got air coming up under the hull of a boat, and you're no longer buoyant because it's an air bubble and it's not water, so there's no way to displace it, and that's what brings the ship straight down. So that's
that's what they said. There's that's one theory. It was fresh water, because if you run over fresh water, your buoyancy goes down too, because the salt water keeps you up there. Oh yeah, Poltergeist. That whole series.
Hey, that yes.
Oh man, you go back and some of the people that were involved in that are not here anymore.
Nope.
No.
Even the major people.
Mm-hmm. Well, the girl had stomach issues, right? And they kept having.
She had some kind of rare disease.
Yeah. But still, I guess the stress and being so scared, even doing that movie, didn't make that any better.
Oh, that was the older daughter that had the nervous breakdown. Yeah.
Yes, Be Charming. That happened here too. That a couple of young guys went out in a boat. They figured it was the bubbles, or whatever you want to call it, the bubble theory, or whatever theory. Because you just don't lose displacement. There's got to be something else besides water, which would be air in a bubble. So
yeah. And the reason I started thinking about the Bermuda Triangle was they're suggesting that there's Atlantis is in that area. There's people from Cuba saying they found artifacts saying that it could be from that. So now there's supposed to be some joint scientist peoples doing all this stuff to track it down. And I remember shows, older shows, that they found a wall and a road.
Yep.
Yeah, that goes under there. That it looks like an old paved road, and you can follow it.
And how did it get there?
Yeah, under the water. It's really creepy, and like the one in Japan, the fishermen won't go in that area. They'll go around that triangle.
Yeah. Well, I know there's East Coast fishermen that go right through that triangle every day when they're, long liners and all of that. And
yeah.
They do it for decades and nothing ever happens. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird how, and like those that the squadron of what came up missing. You could hear the radio conversation about it and everything, about them saying, well, we're almost out of gas. And he said, if one goes down, we all go down together.
Right.
So whenever they went down together, even though they got lost within themselves too. Because they said, well, if we head west, we'll eventually come across Florida eventually, or the coast. And they went for however many minutes and never did find anything.
The Charming thinks it's when everything lines up just right, you go missing, otherwise just passing through. But I wonder if it's like certain people too. Like,
yeah, And that could be the reason why you don't hear anything about it anymore, because it's all hush hush, or they found something there and they don't want to bring attention to it now.
Hi, Rose.
You
Yeah.
guys remember the movie The Final Countdown, 1980? About that
Oh yeah,
nuclear carrier that got caught in a time warp, and they
the
couldn't-
Philadelphia Project. Remember the Philadelphia Project?
Yeah, but this one was called The Final Countdown.
Yeah,
And it's you got your time warp that could have been involved, and then now it says it was based on a carrier that it passes through time, and it goes back to 1941 when they were attacking Pearl Harbor. I don't know if anyone's seen it. Well, you got to be closer to my age probably to have seen it.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember it.
And a lot of it's based on,
Wasn't they in like a big
it was like a big
aircraft?
bubble. It was an aircraft carrier, but it was like
Yeah.
a big bubble was around it. And I believe Martin Sheen was the commander of the aircraft carrier,
Yeah,
I think. But that falls in line with all of these other stories and theories. And I think the Bermuda Triangle is a time portal myself. But that's
I
just
put the movie trailer in your chat. Sorry, I forgot to label it, so I just wanted to voicefully say that what Eric's talking about, the movie trailers, and
yeah.
yeah.
I remember, and because there were talks about portals opening up in the Bermuda Triangle too.
Well, and I know something else that I think that opens up portals.
CERN.
Yeah, that.
Bigfoots do.
You think Bigfoots do?
I think Bigfoots are jumpers. I do.
Oh, yeah, those. I thought you meant like my Bigfoots.
No.
Right now, he's starting another wood fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he opened the portal.
Right.
You hear that?
Yeah. Sometimes I get scared when I'm sleeping next to him. I hear like something that sounds like a big portal, and then I realize it was probably just,
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I'm waiting to get in trouble, but I'm not getting in trouble yet.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. I've been really having to work hard around here to get in trouble. Just saying. I'm gonna have to step my game up.
That sounded like a dungeon door closing.
That's why I said he's
Well,
opening the portal again.
Ghost
I
story.
don't know why. I don't know why it squeaks for him, because when I open and close it, it doesn't squeak. I think we have to put more powdered graphite on it, which is in the cupboard still.
Yeah, don't use WD-40.
Yeah, never put oil on your wood stove. Don't do that. There's a lube called graphite. It's a powder stuff, and that's actually your lube.
The
Yeah.
other kind's much more exciting.
What?
The other kind's much more exciting.
Yeah, no, you're not using it either. He said the other kind's more exciting. We're not using that. Yeah.
Yes, the red tide's all over.
I was seeing a bunch of videos over that. And there are some videos, but that tried to say it was somewhere else from
It's all
Ohio.
Ginger Ninja.
crap they pumped out.
That's a porthole, not a portal.
Right?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, you're right. Why don't people talk about Bermuda Triangle anymore? I guess I had to ask myself that question today, earlier when you brought it up.
Yeah, when's the last time you heard? Well, Eric's right there. So, when's the last time you heard anything about?
Never.
Yeah,
Maybe back in the 80s, but
yeah, because it made the big news.
yeah.
Another boat went down or a plane came up missing or something.
Right.
Well, the Unsolved Mysteries
Uh-huh.
did a thing on it,
And then, of course, you've got to figure nowadays the MSM are totally compromised anyway, so you're not going to
Yeah.
hear it.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's a lot of news we don't hear about.
Yeah, there's actually really no news on it. They had the Watch the Bermuda Triangle into Cursed Waters full episodes. That was October 23rd, 1st of 2022. 3 weeks ago. That's actually something else, not even pertaining to. Other than that, no, it's all 2022, and it's all old stuff like the History Channel and
Yeah,
the National Geographic.
the last time, well, when I heard about it, and that what brought this all up was the Atlantis thing. They're thinking there's something. It's
Oh,
there.
yeah.
That's where it was.
Yep. Yeah, that you'll hear that a lot on the Discovery and the channel and stuff like that. But I remember when we were kids, and even me as a young adult, like Bermuda Triangle was like where you go and get disappeared. Everything disappears there.
Yeah, and Jeff brought up about Alaska, and this is not about that, but there's an oil, something to do with oil up there. It's very top of. It's a project too that has been going on for years, and they keep putting money in it. I forget what the project's called. Somebody from Alaska probably knows it. It's a refinery or something up there about new oil or something. I forget what it is. And they just passed a thing to give them more money. And they don't produce any oil. And I'm wondering if that's part of that triangle that's up there.
Right. Yeah. Life with Bobby, and I think Be Charming. Yeah, there's a show on the Alaska Triangle now.
Oh, is there one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a series show. Like that's on every week or whatever. I think it's on like Discovery or Travel Channel or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Can we talk about the Alaska Triangle? I know nothing, she says. Susie D doesn't know anything about the Alaska Triangle.
yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. People go missing, and
But what is
there's
it?
no trace of anything. And they have people searching and never see them again.
Like with a missing 411, they just go poof.
Mhm.
Yep. I mean,
That's right.
the Bermuda Triangle's, out of Miami, northeast of Bermuda, the southwest of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then northwest back to Miami. That's a lot
And
of
then
water.
isn't it Australia's coast too? I was
Mhm.
reading something about
Triangle.
Western Australia's coast rivals the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
It's all really mysterious and interesting. There's so much about them.
Yeah, I just seen something about the Eye of Providence is what the
You're talking about
triangle.
on the bill,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the triangle thing.
right?
The strange power of the evil eye.
Well,
One of
that's-
the earliest human symbols was a triangle.
That's the way DC is set up. From the Washington Monument across the mall,
Yeah.
one big triangle.
Yeah, Lewis, you're silly. trying to catch up with your chat, but yeah, I don't.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sorry.
The divine eye in Pontaromo's supper. That's weird writing. I can't see it.
Is that Latin?
It's probably is. Here, let me see if I can get the image. Evidently, it was repainted. Share.
Yeah. Bless you.
Oh, I guess that's big.
Okay, thank you.
Evidently, they painted over the eye.
Oh, that's just
anybody
weird.
Anybody knows what picture that is or painting that is?
Right.
It kind of looks like the Last Supper, but not at the same time. That's weird.
That's what they're saying was on the Last Supper, and they painted over the eye. I don't know if this is true or not, but
yeah, you would think that would be in the Bible if so.
Originally, the eye of Providence was a Christian symbol.
Huh.
Represented God, and that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Was God.
The Holy Trinity, probably.
Yeah, the Trinity. That's the only thing I've never read anything about that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know who painted it either. That's weird. Oh, yeah. And there's. Oh, yeah. I'm clicking off of this. There's some weird stuff getting on there. I'm like, no, I'm getting.
You just jumped down a rabbit hole, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you come across those? Okay. Did you come across those other odd paintings?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Okay,
like,
actually, okay. So that was a famous painter. I forgot his name. He's a really famous painter, though. But he had an odd way. So these paintings, there was 3 different panels, and obviously the first one being Eden, the second one was like now, and then there's a third one where it shows Revelation. And this painting on how you had Adam and Eve in the beginning, and how we all know how that went. She bit into the apple, and it all went to south since then. So then they had the other one where where things were just happening. There was some weird paintings in that painting, if that's what you were looking at.
I don't know. It was showing the edge of the picture, and there was a guy up there doing some weird stuff.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of writing under that. I didn't know what it was. So
yeah, so there was a bunch of nakedness in these paintings.
And
yeah.
On the next picture was a giant eyeball, and this lady using her tongue on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope.
Yeah. So it goes. I don't remember how many thousands of years ago, or I don't remember how long ago this was.
That picture I showed was supposed to be 1600 BC.
Okay, I think this one goes even older than that, but it's a really odd painting. It's 3 panels, and it's really odd. There's all kinds of stuff going on. They had no shame at all. None. Back when. Remember when in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve were naked, and they had no shame until she.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So everybody just walked around naked. It was no big deal. And then it showed later on.
Yeah, this is kind of weird. I'm seeing this.
Yeah, what are you still looking at?
It's a really interesting painting. Actually, there's
mercy, justice, and I can't even say the word now. Evidently, that triangle with the eye in there is on so much stuff.
Yeah. Metropolitan Museum of Art. There's a place to go if you want to see some really weird paintings that are old.
a declaration of something. It looks like it's French or something like this from 1789, and it has that triangle, and there's an angel on one side, and the other chick has chains.
I want to address Susie D. Susie D, it's okay. When I said Holy Trinity, that's God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. There are thousands and thousands of trinities that aren't biblical. It could be, when you go to Publix, you get it. It's pre-made. It's onions, peppers, and whatever else. If it's three, that's a trinity. So it's not, you don't have to say you're sorry. It's, it's all good.
Yeah. Shoot. Is this the picture that you saw real quick?
Oh, no.
No, this is three panels. It's the Garden of Earthly Delights. Yeah, it's a weird.
Yeah, these are all pictures with that triangle, and there's this other one in the Book of Hours.
The Book of Hours.
Yeah, God is depicted with a triangular halo, referring to Christian Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
What about paranoid prepper? Why are you paranoid if you're a prepper? Just questions. What about the painting in Colorado Airport? I've never heard of a painting there. What is it?
There's that.
Ooh, what's that? What's all that say?
That's supposed to be God up there with the triangle.
Oh.
And I don't know what that is there, but
yeah, I've never.
I can't show the bottom part of that.
Is it funky?
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sharing the whole page that I was looking at, because there are some bad stuff.
Yes, be charming. There are several things actually under the Denver airport. Many things.
I don't know. There's something up with these triangle things. It's weird.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was trying to look at it. Originally, it was the triangle stuff, but
yeah, and a lot of sightings, regardless of what you believe, sightings on film of orbs or whatever come in and out of the water, mostly in these triangles, whether they're off Alaska or they're Bermuda.
Yeah.
So,
Well, not just the U.S., but other countries too, out in Navy ships or whatever, have witnessed these triangular ships coming out of the water.
yeah, evidently there's a ghost town inside the Alaskan Triangle up there. That it was during a gold rush, and now there's nobody there. And they're saying they see tiny demonic creatures. There's been ghost hunters go out there, and they see these tiny demonic creatures come out at night.
That's not cool.
No, I mean, whoosh, I'll be gone.
Bear, again, I hope you feel better with the stuff, but he says now there's a triangle up north. I want to say it's from Michigan, going across one of the Great Lakes there. Ooh, like the one with the balloon thingy? Lake?
Remember I just talked about that today, that they're they took 100 and some thousand acres for training for the National Guard.
Oh wow.
I wonder if that's in that triangle.
Right? Elves real or fake? Depends on what you call an elf.
Oh, only at Christmas are they real.
Well, they're like little people, but then there's people with pointy ears that they call them. Richard Byrd actually referred to them as like the Nordics, and I think those are evil. Doritos are triangle. I can read it. Really, Bigfoot? Really? He's been listening this whole time, but when he speaks,
I can hear the crunch.
yeah, we do have Doritos. They're probably in one of the cupboards somewhere around the house.
Don't read the back of it.
Don't read the back. Don't read. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll ruin it.
Yeah.
Lake
And
Erie.
I don't. The thing is, they were using this stuff way before they had to label everything bioengineered ingredient.
Mhm.
But go to the grocery store and look at the back of stuff. Like I said, Tuesday I went to get taco shells, and I went through all the taco shells. The only taco shell, which was really surprising me, was Taco Bell's taco shells were the only one that didn't have bioengineered ingredients.
Yeah, but what they put in it is nasty.
No, it was just it was just
No, what they put in the taco shell at Taco Bell.
Oh yeah.
Susie D mentioned something. I don't think it was a live stream. I think it was just a video about the song Edmund Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually the reason I did it was because of it was called the Northern Witch. It's a phenomenon thing that happens with the storms. And it goes back to like different, I'll just call it folklore, keep things safe. But it goes back to how these witches were said to be able to do things with the water and the seas and the winds and make ships actually get lost at sea and make them wreck.
It's actually worse than GMO. If you can believe that. Yeah. Didn't they call those mermaids?
Well, there's some folklore that says, yeah, it's mermaids, but
Or
then there's
sirens.
other sirens, mermaids, witches. Yeah, so it's not just in like in the lakes, the Great Lakes,
Nagas.
but yeah, the Great Lakes, they call it the Northern, right? The Northern Witch or something witch. I did a stream thing on it. That was a couple of years ago that I did that.
Yeah, about the storms.
Yeah, those storms. Yeah. But yeah, that is a song. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, by
Everyone knows you're in your Bigfoot jar.
Your Bigfoot jar.
Gordon
This is Bigfoot jar. Even Bigfoot guards it. Yeah.
Milk duds.
Yeah, milk duds. But even there's even a Bigfoot guarding his big jar.
It didn't do any good.
No.
The bigger Bigfoot took it. Took the goodies.
Yeah. All this mystery is
SS
Mhm.
SS Moraine Madon. That's creepy.
SS Orang Madon.
SS Orang Badon. Madon.
Oh, let me do this real quick.
Yeah,
I was going to do this on yours, and I forgot.
That's a creepy story. That
Because I've
one.
got the video here. Let me.
Okay.
Um.
There's a lot of slapping in your chat.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Edmund sunk. Yeah, it was
Is
definitely
the right one or not?
that ship was actually a very famous design and used a lot. It was
the
carrying
Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, it carried iron ore to and from the cities in the Great Lakes. And
Yeah, I don't know if I ever set that video back up to. I took down a lot of videos and I haven't put them all back up. But I'm wondering where that
they said
stream is.
it's split in half because they have gone down and looked and seen it. And they actually raised the bell from it. And every year they have a service for all of the sailors that died on it. And they're actually ringing the bell.
Okay.
Gerald.
Here's the video that I did. I haven't uploaded it yet, so I probably won't now since everybody's going to see it. Alexa, is Godzilla real?
Yes, but he hasn't been seen in over 1,000 years.
Alexa, why hasn't Godzilla been seen for 1,000 years?
From fandom.com. Godzilla remained relatively dormant for the next several decades until a meltdown at a nuclear power plant in Jinjira, Japan caused a sudden surge of atomic radiation.
Alexa, where is Godzilla?
Yes, but he hasn't been seen in over 1,000 years.
Alexa, where is Godzilla?
According to fandom, Godzilla's residence is Penguin Village.
Penguin Village.
I muted because mine wanted to earlier when you asked the one question and she answered it. We were like, whoa,
Yeah. And you keep going and asking it questions about Godzilla. Why did it the radiation wake it up and all kinds of stuff? And that's because I stopped at that. And after I stopped that, I kept asking more and more questions. It was weird. The fact that it's Godzilla real. Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
what?
Of course.
But you go back, you think, when was 1,000 years? You go back 1,000 years, and was there any mention of a Godzilla back then?
He would kind of be on the realm of like dragons or dinosaur type like things.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Big things that roam the earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The serpents type things, or yeah. That would make sense. Chat's getting silly.
But every once in a while, I'll just come up with something and I'll ask Alexa about something weird.
Oh yeah. We ask weird stuff all the time.
Just to see what comes up. And with the whole bicycle with Biden and all that.
That was weird.
Oh, he died. I'm like, what?
Oh, when we asked her, she said that he didn't fall down. That he can't help that there's like gravity. So she was making a joke.
Yeah, that they changed it because that stuff will pop up and somebody report it and they take it off real quick.
Yep.
But how is it there in the first place?
Right.
Somebody had to program it.
Yeah. Well, she was made by Amazon.
There you go.
Or maybe she's learning. Oh, I seen it on TV.
Yeah.
He died.
She's constantly collecting more and more new data.
Maybe Alexa's actually a conspiracy theorist.
Ooh. Should we ask her? Alexa, are you a conspiracy theorist?
I'm not sure.
She doesn't even know anything. Ours actually, I think ours is. I think we broke her because she used to know everything, and now when we ask her, she knows nothing. One thing that I've seen a lot of going around right now, which I don't believe this, but and I'll probably get a lot of flack for this, but the Earth is flat. It's not.
and there's maps and stuff about different um, dimensions in this flat land, and there's a real intelligent area, and they don't want us to be there, so they built a barrier so we can't, because that's the thing. How come we haven't found the end of the earth? Well, they put a barrier up there so you can't find the end of it.
Oh my goodness.
But I can kick out of listening to these theories and stuff, and it's way out there.
Oh yeah. It's some funny stuff.
There's no such thing as space. Once we get up there, we bounce back down because you can't. And there's one that it's water. It's not space. We're in a bubble.
Mm-hmm. Remember how I told you I could answer that really quick? Like Bigfoot can actually, I think he's done things on this. Bigfoot can actually tell you, like even right in the Bible, of where people get this stuff from. But I say that it's not flat because all of the cats, especially the big cats, would have everything off this earth already.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, I don't care if it's a house cat or a wild cat. They slap stuff around until it falls off the edge of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think we have all these airplanes and boats and stuff. Why haven't we found the end of it?
Right. Well, not only that,
They-
everything in space that takes a photo. I mean,
Well-
is that all lies too? I
Oh,
mean,
that's the government.
yeah.
The government's covering up that we got a flat
Well,
Earth.
and also, if the earth is flat, where's the drain plug for the ocean? Because I'm a little scared.
And if I'm looking west and I'm looking out into the Gulf of Mexico, how come I can see the curvature of the earth if I look as far as I can to the left and as far as I can to the right? It's not a straight line. You can see a slight curve. So,
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about a bikini curve. I'm talking about the water.
right.
I'm looking for this map. See if I can find it.
I've seen those things that people drew up, and it's interesting. It looks like
Oh,
something
yeah.
in fantasy land or something, but
Oh, here's one of them, but this is not the one. The one I seen had multiple little sections because our Earth was like one little flat thing here, and then
Yeah.
over here was another flat thing, and
yeah,
the one in the middle was the very intelligent people that didn't want us getting out of our little flat area.
yeah. You know what I call that? Something very bad. Those things in the inner earth. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I can't find it. I've seen videos of them trying to explain it and all that stuff, but
Well, isn't there a theory that, what we're seeing now is inside inner Earth? I mean, it's nothing I subscribe to, but I've heard
Right.
that theory before.
Well, I think that's where the falling angels might
Mhm.
be chained up. Yep.
well, that was one theory that the opposite side of that is where the evil is, and the top side is where
There's some
but
people.
there's a lot of evil on this flat side.
Yeah, there's a lot of evil everywhere.
Yeah.
It's in the hearts of people, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Yep. Sorry, now I'm playing with a stove. Our ramp fell. Sometimes we get a fire ramped up and sometimes it gets choked out a little bit. What is that? I'm not. Bunky wrote something in here. I don't know. Sometimes, like my mom a long time ago had to tell me what LOL meant. HMPH. What does that stand for?
HMPH.
Yeah, Bunky wrote it. It must stand for something. I'm always interested in what all this text lingo means. I don't know what that means.
Hit me please hard. I don't know.
Hit me, please, hard.
Or he's just going,
I like Bushybot. Take time once in a while to look up at the stars for at least 5 minutes in order to comprehend your cosmic significance. Ooh.
Oh, I had to delete some comments. The little tidbit that I've been putting up every once in a while on my community tab. I'm having to actually delete some of the comments that I'm getting from that.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Me? They're
Yeah,
such good.
I thought the one today was, well, it was actually like 3:00 in the morning, but I thought that one was pretty good.
I always thought you had good messages up on your community page.
Yeah. I had somebody telling me that that's not true, that I don't want to say a Debbie Downer because I don't want to give a negative spin to somebody named Debbie.
Well, that goes with people don't realize that our purpose isn't our own. It's God's. We're for God's purpose. And is that what you're talking about? Maybe good things don't happen to you because you're the good thing that's supposed to happen to other people. That means that God's using you in a way for a larger purpose than your own. And it's for others, for his purpose. Right. But I get how people can misunderstand that.
And don't you feel good when you give joy to somebody? You feel it yourself. I mean, if you're a normal, I guess I'm not saying no, everybody's normal or whatnot, but
yeah. My kids and Bigfoot, my kids and my husband know this about me, but I get actually really overjoyed for other people's joy and happiness and good things that happen to them over good things that happen to me. Like I just get so happy for other people.
Yeah, like when Kyle got the 1,000, I was really happy that he got there, and I was like,
yeah. It's like why can't people just be happy for other people? Like why can't they just it's got to be something that has to be good happening in their lives, not others. Well, that's really odd, I've actually giggled to myself and I'm like, thank you, God. Like I find myself thanking God in certain situations because like if he didn't bring me in that day through my life, if I didn't listen to God that day, those things to other people wouldn't have happened if my feet didn't move. Even though I didn't want to do the things that I knew I had to go out and do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I understand where this one, the allow your enemies their space to hate, they will destroy themselves. And I imagine I know where the bad comments came from that, but
yeah,
which is true. It seems like you just let them do their thing, and they end up hurting themselves in the end.
Yep. And you can try to bring them to water, but you can't make them drink. And I'm talking about that good water that we all should be drinking. Not the good food and water.
Also, I'm gonna share somebody's page out real quick because I think everybody should go over there and subscribe to them real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to copy it down there. Because if you didn't know, the Vineyard Chicks changed their name to Vineyard Chicks Homestead.
Yes.
And they moved all their music over to just Vineyard Chicks. Hey, behave. So if you didn't know and you go over there and subscribe, they do their music videos and all that there. They just came out with their latest video, which they put a lot of time in that video with the editing and all that stuff. So you go over there and check them out.
I'm not sure if 101's back in chat or not, but maybe he'll hop up.
Oh, what was that?
101?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you read that?
I didn't. I
As soon as
just
he
got
said
it.
that, he said, "Can I get a link?"
Oh, that's funny. No, it's not on my end yet, on the other end. Yep, he's there now. Hey, Heroic Prepper.
Hey, Heroic.
Jersey.
Jazzy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
even Stephanie lies. Like, he wants the link. Yeah, I know. I was talking to him, actually. Hey, 101.
Hi.
Hi. Is he ready to get weird?
I've had enough of weird today.
Well, what do you know about this weird happenings like over in your lakes?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Jeff said you have a Bermuda Triangle in Michigan.
Yes.
I think that's up north towards
Yeah.
towards Traverse City, maybe. I think.
Another
What-
reason you won't go swimming.
Well, it's
What do they call it up there?
I don't know what they call it.
Oh,
I'm not too versed in it, but I know there's the Straits of Mackinac, just on the west side of the Mackinac Bridge. There's an abandoned lighthouse island that if you cross between that and mainland, ships tend not to come out of that. And it's kind of like a Bermuda Triangle kind of thing. I don't know. That's what I know of that. I don't know. Anything outside of that, forget it.
That's pretty interesting stuff out there.
This whole fucking world is interesting. That's putting it mildly.
hey,
Go ahead.
I was going to ask Vineyard Chicks, how many hours did you guys put in that video with doing the music and the editing and all that stuff? Because I already know how much time you guys put in it, but
The rest of us want to know. Hey, Heroic.
I don't know. Just the idea of like editing a video, just the thought of it tires me out.
oh,
That's why I do live streams. Is like I got sick of editing.
well, I used to edit 2-hour long videos
Oh my god.
and cut them down to 30 minutes, but
Oh right. Like that's gonna total no.
I did one video where I did it was actually Minecraft, but there's a mod that you can get to where you can do third person view of behind you and stuff
Yeah.
and different angles and whatnot. It's like a camera following you around.
Yeah.
And that took me like about 4 days to record and then edit. And I
4
probably got,
days?
yeah, and I probably only got about 300-400 views on it.
4 days?
Yep.
Yeah.
2 hours later.
Right.
Hi, heroic.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody?
Oh, just Ducky.
Ducky.
Yep.
That's how I'm feeling. What's up, ER? What's up?
How you doing?
101. Lake, how are you? Bushcraft, how are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good.
Long time no see to everyone.
So, what heroic? What do you think about these Bermuda Triangle? And they're not talking about it lately.
Honestly, Lake, I'm actually more focused on the mothership that's in our solar system.
Yeah.
I actually heard about that.
Yeah, I was talking about that.
My father is a huge UFO guy, and I showed him. He's like, "Are you kidding me? I gotta search this up."
I can't. I don't do that. You know, out of all the conspiracy theories that I've ever studied, I don't do the alien thing.
You know what? I never believed in it. My father has been a believer since I was
I'm
4 or
not
5
saying
years
that
old.
there's not life out there, but I just can't get behind aliens. I don't know why. It's not my thing.
Well, they're pushing it. They're pushing it more than they probably should, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this is our own Pentagon of UFO.
It's like here.
Yeah.
It's like here's a distraction, just to let you know this is what's going on. But guess what? We're gonna raise your taxes by 20%.
I'm tired.
I mean, have you guys even seen, like, not just the headline, but have you guys seen the picture?
The only thing
Yeah,
I've seen is the inside
That's
of my
not
eye.
it, though.
Lake,
It-
that's
the-
the exact
it's
one I
actually-
sent my father.
It's actually a half mile long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's humongous. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
So-
thing I've seen is my inside of my eyelids.
The inside of your eyelids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Did you see that 101?
What?
That their video took 2 weeks.
Oh my Lord.
And that's
Yeah,
the
no
video that they're doing with
Yeah.
the trip, right?
Y'all
yeah,
got
no, thank you.
y'all got the patience of a saint.
If
No,
my
that's-
editing, if my editing goes past 10 minutes, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm right there with
That's
you.
it.
Like if it just doesn't click and doesn't work out, I'm just like,
Nope.
throwing-
And guess what? You're gonna get what you get, and you don't
Right.
get upset.
why
Sorry,
I do
Lisa
live
Anderson. Lisa Anderson said, "Stop swinging my phone."
in your phone.
No,
Yeah.
but Lake, you know what's funny? That's the same one I sent my father, and he was like, "Oh my god, I gotta look it up. Oh my god." He was going crazy because I called him on. He goes, "I didn't hear about that." I'm like, "Dad, I'm not even kidding. Do you see what's happening?" I said, "You're probably gonna get lifted up in the next 2-3 hours." He goes, "Oh my god." He was going crazy because he loves that stuff. So of course I gotta like exaggerate. I was like, "Dad, there's a light over the house. I see it from the map." Yeah. So, but yeah, it's actually crazy because it's
Y'all
a
are
huge
getting it.
distraction.
Y'all are getting as bad as with the lights as Lake is with the glowing lights over the mountain crap.
Yeah, well, we have some pretty freaky stuff up in the sky. You guys saw last summer, Bigfoot recorded that thing falling out of the sky.
Well, I lived in Phoenix, so I've seen it.
Time
No.
out. You guys got nothing on New Jersey. We got
Well-
the weirdest stuff. Our taxes are up 20%. So you got nothing on that.
You know what? Like every time Lake mentions the lights over her mountain or whatever, I'm always thinking, what if she actually went up there and it's just some, asshole with a flashlight or, I don't know, some kind of spotlight or blinking like radio tower or some kind of shit. Like
It's that guy
this whole
doing video.
time, I feel like it's gonna
No.
be something extremely stupid.
It's that guy
investigated
making
this.
videos about reviews on flashlights. See this flashlight? It goes way out there
Yeah, exactly.
and shines it on Lake over there. And, there it is. I see it
Hey,
again.
every time I shine it on this lady's house, she freaks the fuck out.
Grace Johnson wants to know where Walter is. Walter's right
That's
there.
what I was going to ask you.
Where the hell's
It's
going
like
on?
Yeah.
100,000 lumens.
Who is Walter? Can we make
Well,
Mike's thing bigger?
that's Walter.
What is Walter? I can't see.
That's Walter.
Oh, the fish.
Yeah, Walter's a bit tiny. He takes up a whole 150-gallon tank. Now he's got plenty of room.
Is he the thing laying on the bottom there, or is that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Here's the thing that's finished.
Yeah, this tank is like 2 feet by 3 feet by 4
what
feet.
is
I don't
he?
know. He's a Pocosmus.
Bless you. Now, what is he?
A Pocosmus.
Bless you.
Picasso? Picasso
Picasso.
spaghetti, whatever. Same thing.
Yeah,
Picasso fish.
that's Walter.
cool, though.
Walter's the one I went to go pick up the day I saw that enormous, huge timber
Why
twilight.
did you have to pick him up? I didn't get that.
Where's your Van Gogh fish?
I don't have goldfish. Those are blood.
No, your Van Gogh fish.
Van Gogh.
Yeah, you said he's a Picasso fish.
No, Pocosmus.
Did you show him a little stuffed animal? He has a little stuffed animal too.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So the reason I had to go pick him up is because the woman who's she's somebody. I had to go pick him up because she couldn't house him anymore because her tank was too small. But I had to bring this home with me. And she made me promise her I would always have this on his tank. So that is a TY Beanie Baby suction cupped Pocosmus. That is his stuffed animal.
What does he like? Curl up to it like?
No, I don't know. But Walter, this is Walter, and this is Walter's stuffed animal. Yup.
This is the first fish I've seen with a chew toy.
Yeah,
the
but
goldfish is like, what the fuck is that thing on the side of the tank? I've been in here a long time and I still haven't figured it out.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's moving.
There he goes the dinosaur.
I don't want to be on camera.
Yeah. Well, he's actually seriously really, really old. We don't know how old he is, but I can tell you Kate had him for a long time. Like a long time.
He's camera shy.
Yeah, he actually is in the front.
Like if there was a grandpa fish, I think he would be it.
Yeah, so now he looks small in the front of the tank.
Aaron, go like this.
Is that a suction cup to the side there?
Yes. Yes. 101's just like
I'm amazed, I'm confused, and I'm tired all at the same time.
Yeah. So Walter's 23 inches long. Yeah.
You took the time to measure him?
Well, yeah.
Aaron, come here.
Yeah.
Hey.
And
Hey,
meanwhile,
when you take Walter out, I gotta measure him. Like
hi, buddy.
Say what's up.
I hope you're
He's
feeling
fighting-
better.
He's fighting bronchitis. He's almost at the end. There's Amelia. There's my other one.
Hi. I hope you guys are feeling better.
She's feeling good. It's more him. Well, I don't think he's feeling that bad. Eating tons of popcorn, he should be all right.
Well, you got to have lots of ice cream too with bronchitis.
Are you kidding me? Bushcraft, I have like 30 quarts of ice cream. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the kids love. We got tons of popcorn. We're actually gonna watch a movie in a few minutes, so we're good to go. So
nothing like
see you guys.
nothing like dry popcorn.
Yeah, dry $2 popcorn
to exacerbate the bronchitis.
Hey, you know what? I give him credit, and he stole my Dr. Pepper. By the way, show my Dr. Pepper. Yep.
Hey,
he's like this tastes
Pepper
delicious. I'm like, okay, but guess what? 0 sugar, so it's fine.
Oh, speaking of 0 sugar, I saw a time-lapse video of diet or a regular Coke versus the Coke Zero shit, and they did a whole month span of it sitting out in a glass, and the Coke Zero did not mold as quickly as the regular Coke.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff too. Now that they're put the bioengineered stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a lady that put her. And I've said this before. Forgot her rolls on top of the refrigerator from Thanksgiving. She found them in February. They were nice and soft, no mold or anything. She
Well, no,
didn't eat them.
This had mold. I've never seen Coke mold before.
Oh, Heroic's had to leave. He had to go watch
Oh.
that movie.
Well, let me bring this up here real quick, Bushcraft, because this is kind of, you want to talk weird shit. So, are we okay? So,
Well, there's where the mold came from.
don't worry, it doesn't go. This is getting annoying very quickly. They go by day eventually here. You can actually see it evaporate.
So is Zero Cola have no sugar,
Yeah, that's the Coke Zero.
or does it have fake sugar?
I don't know, but you can
It's
see
fake
that
sugar.
you can see that it's already starting to.
Ew.
Yeah. And that's the regular. But the regular looks a hell of a lot worse than the.
Well, the thing is, this is not, unless that's a sealed room. You can't. It's hard to
No,
say what bacteria falls into that.
Right, dust particles,
Yeah.
fall. But again,
What
I've
is
never seen Coca-Cola mold before. I didn't even know this was possible.
But
Yeah, that's-
anything that's where mold, it's moisture and stuff.
I don't know. It's just
Even you can get it on water.
I mean, it gets real bad.
Oh wow, yeah.
I'm like, I was really.
Oh my. Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's actually eating.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'd just toss some glasses away.
I would. Yeah.
Right? So
Oh,
is it-
geez.
Oh, look at the syrup, the corn syrup.
Oh, look at that. That's the
okay,
regular.
well that's why it's got aspartame in it.
Well, that's the shit that they
It's got-
say that you boil down in it. That's yeah.
Yeah, the
that's
Coke
Oh.
Zero. Don't drink that. If you're gonna drink
No.
Coke and
No,
have
this is the
something-
original.
Oh, that one was the original?
This is the original.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the corn syrup right there.
Right, that's the syrup, but the other one has the Coke Zero has aspartame.
We'll see the Coke Zero here in a minute.
Yeah, that's got aspartame in it. Don't drink
Yeah.
that stuff.
Well, the
Don't.
Coke Zero has nothing. Oh, so is that a straw?
Oh, yeah, it's one of those.
Why is he mixing it?
Why?
Yeah, that's why is he touching it?
Ugh.
I don't know, but yeah,
So yeah,
I've never seen mold on Coke before.
that's the ingredients in your Coca-Cola Zero.
Zero,
Aspartame.
no, that was both of them.
No, but aspartame is in
But
your
Yeah,
Coke
The Coke
That's what
Zero
makes
had
it-
nothing left over. There was no corn.
because it ate itself.
Yeah, it ate itself.
It's alive, like B Charming said. Like literally. Oh,
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what. It's actually safer for your body to drink the stuff that's got the sugar crap
yeah.
than it is to drink the stuff that has the fake sweetener in there.
Yep. So
I'm fucked.
you guys know about the aspartame and the cause of the big C, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they say it's a rumor now.
Yeah.
Wait, you lost me. What?
Yeah. Blood related cancers and
Tell me
leukemias,
Fuck it.
Liver disease. Yeah.
liver. Yeah, yeah. So aspartame is that fake sugar substitute.
I know this.
It's nasty.
Oh, that's good. See, they reached 100 subs. That's good.
Woohoo!
It's hard to get those milestones when you first start out.
Yep.
Who reached 100?
Vineyard Chicks, their
Vineyard
music
Chicks
channel,
started a new music channel. Yeah.
because the mixing them wasn't so good for their channel. Mixing the music with the channel.
Right. So now they each have their own channel. Plus, they have the Vineyard Chicks Vineyard Chicks Homestead, and then they have Vineyard Chicks, which is music.
Why do I
Right?
feel like that's the name of their like next band? Like,
Well, that is their band.
That is their
oh,
band.
I thought that
Yeah.
was their.
Yeah.
Vineyard Chicks.
Yeah. Yeah. And Walter's over there cuddling with his stuffed animal right now. Like he actually measures up with it. It's really weird. And there's other plecos in there with him. See, like there's one over there.
But he likes his stuffy.
But he likes his stuffy. Yes. It's a very
I like that story. You have to have this. You have to take this stuffed animal with you.
Oh yeah. And if you guys could just know Kate, where he came from, you would understand why. She's great. She's great. She's a great human being. I love her. Bigfoot has met her. Her husband and her kids are great. But yeah, she loves Plecosmoses, and whether they're bushy nose, albino, or big dinosaurs like Walter.
Picasso.
Yeah, Picasso.
Anyone want a wooden fireplace?
I know it's gonna burn.
Well, they have those little inserts now that look like fires.
This is horrible stuff on Craigslist.
Sucks because it actually looks like it's made halfway decent. Just definitely the wrong material. What happened to this fridge? And why do they think it's worth any amount of money? I'm sorry, even if it still works, I'm not giving you... Okay, well, that currency is clearly... It doesn't matter!
You know what that is?
Yeah, it's from the range.
No, somebody ran out of ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, what's her face? The one that used to be the speaker, right?
Oh.
It was probably her fridge. Yeah.
And it looks like somebody like took it to a golf range and
Had some fun.
What is this? What did you do? Just stab it to death? Cashew that looks like a swan.
No, I haven't seen Cashew.
She was in here
So you
earlier.
mean basically
What?
every...
Yeah.
$5,000 for this? What?
Cashew? Is that the bar? Sticky SpongeBob I found under a vending machine. A true entrepreneur. Let's be real. Made to order birthing cow. No, I'll stick with my normal plushies, actually. Electric milk. Okay.
What?
Hey, hold on a minute here. Electric milk. What? What does that even mean? It sounds like a band.
It does.
Or a video game somehow. Or hell, a TF2 update. Beautiful mop.
TF2. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I saw the wooden fireplace thing and
I actually looked this up. It's still estimated delivery they even give me, but $4,999.99, free shipping or best offer.
from what?
Its condition is new.
What?
For
The
this,
cashew?
the cashew swan.
You looked it up?
Duh. I sent it to Cashew, duh.
You actually looked this thing up.
Well, yeah.
I was going to say something. I'm surprised that TH2 hasn't sent that to Eric.
They probably has.
It's gorgeous as is. It's so beautiful. Most of the images were of the Game Boy, but this was at the end. Well, I mean, that could be a lot worse.
The fuck?
Also, in what universe is a Game Boy, original or not, worth $200?
I got one that's like they're going for 100. So Yeah.
They're straight up not worth that. I think I paid $50 for an original Game Boy recently. Great condition, so be aware of that. McDonald's napkin dispenser. You marked it down from $15,000. Why? I feel like that's a pretty good deal. Chair needs a home. Did someone die and then decay on that chair? I'm giving.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think it's used.
yeah.
That's pretty bad. That damn.
That's I don't know. That's weird.
That would be my dad's chair.
That's almost like somebody sitting there naked or something.
Well, the
Because
sweat.
you would think, yeah, because the sweat and stuff. I don't know if the bottom would turn down. I don't know. Look at you can see the pant legs.
You can see the wrinkle.
Yeah.
On that chair. I'm giving out this MacBook Air that I bought to surprise my husband for his birthday, but then caught him cheating on me. I know I could sell it and get my money back, but I want to show him I gave it away for nothing like he is to me. Fenret, dude, $1? Come and get it. Dude, I'm on my freaking way.
You misspelled ferret.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
Hello, folks. Let's welcome the new member to the channel.
Lake, why are you sending me Among Us chicken nuggets?
Because a chicken nugget is sold for that much just because it looks like something from Among Us.
Great.
Yeah.
There's a nugget among us.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well,
Hey, I am curious, I guess. Curiosity oddity item. No, not quite. 3-bed, 2-bath house. This is the market. Hooray.
This is Detroit in a nutshell.
Welcome the new member to the channel.
woohoo.
Well, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. And welcome new members.
Karen V.
Hey, does it come with the car? No. Update, driver door opens from the outside now. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I see. Figured I'd post this piece of crap up and see what trades are out there. First things first, this damn is reliable, but I wouldn't drive it on the interstate. It doesn't drive like your new car. First thing, it's a freaking Jeep. None of the doors open from the outside. Update, driver door opens from the outside now. Has electric windows, but of course they don't work. It doesn't have any door panels besides the passenger side. Interior's definitely there. It's not great. Straight 6 4.0 with auto transmission 4-wheel drive, and it works amazing. Comes with stocks and newer Jeep wheels and blah, blah, blah. Everything's strong. Any more questions, just ask. 261,000 miles. Well, look, at least they're very honest.
$1,500?
Holy wow.
94?
Know what you're getting. It probably does run just fine, even though it's ugly and...
$1,500? If it runs?
It's a beater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
falling the hell apart. $1,500? I'd call them down at like maybe 12. Not bad for your first piece of crap car. Could be so much worse. Okay, not much worse. I painted a picture of our Lord and Savior, Jesus J. Christ. Jesus is his middle name, Jimothy. Jesus Jimothy Christ.
Oh, speaking of Jesus, there was a person with the name Jesus as their first name. Today, I filled an order for somebody named Jesus.
Wow.
That's a normal name in Spanish name though.
I know.
Mexicans have a
I know. I just like to believe that I felt
Jesus. I think it is.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't ruin my day.
Passionately chowing down on a deluxe hot dog with all the fixins. I want $500 for it, and I'm not willing to go down on that price. Well,
why?
Oh boy.
Let's be fair. That's yeah. Some weirdo is gonna buy it. That's the type of thing that I would see at Goodwill and go, I'm sorry, I actually need this in my home because it's actually hand painted. And what the hell?
Lake, please don't start doing things like that.
I will not ever do anything like that.
Like when you get bored of painting like scenery and that, please
no.
don't do this kind of stuff. Thank
No,
you.
I would not.
Okay.
For 14.
No.
I'm still waiting for the Bigfoot in the raccoon picture.
Oh Lord.
Bigfoot.
People looking at this. eBay's not really a big fan of actually letting these go through. I'm pretty sure they get mad about this sort of thing.
10,000.
I don't think they're looking at it because they want to see if it sells, not because they're going to buy it. Experience a professional female plumber. My wife is a professional female plumber and loves draining massive pipes. She's one of the best in the area. If interested, send a pic of the pipe and no. Catholic converter. The power.
Oh boy.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Or of Chrysler compels you.
I give up. I'm done. I need to know. What's that old Vine or meme or whatever it is? Mary Chrysler.
Not only do I hope no one buys it, but I hope it breaks and becomes unsellable regardless, because I feel like you stole it. Could be yours for the low price of $19.99. Selling customized mini trays that could be used for anything. If interested, message me with 3 things you'd like. I'll draw it up, show you, then do it. Then the tray will have a clear coat to cover it since it's wood. Okay, I'll support.
No.
Support you, just keep practicing. I know a guy. Free. What does this guy do? Because from where I'm standing, I don't know if I need to know this guy. No freezer burn. It's the shape of a donut, so pretty rare. No trades. Rare donut chicken tender. Huh. Recommended by
Was that it, Lake?
What?
Was that
No.
the chicken nugget you said?
No, the chicken nugget that I sent him was actually, it looks like, the reason it's so much is because it looks like for a thing from Among Us, but it's selling for $10,000.
Facebook itself. What? God, Facebook is a cesspool. I will pretend to be your boyfriend for a week for $5. Okay. Sure, man. I got $5. Inflatable pub like new, no blowers included.
What?
An inflatable pub? Dude, why haven't I seen something like this at like fairgrounds or something like that? This sounds hilarious. Founding fathers would be proud. Area rug. Great. Now we can all walk on the flag. How cool. Are you hand making these? Because why the hell at $400 though?
Oh.
Isn't that illegal?
No.
It's
Yes. I don't know.
it's unethical.
Air movie collection. It's a suitcase.
Forrest Gump. I'm done. An entire suitcase full of Forrest Gump. Great.
Yeah, one day those will be worth money, though.
Suitcases are like a box of chocolates. Y'all never know what y'all gonna get.
Full of Forrest Gump. That's it. Ryzen 9 5900X. All right, pickup only. No, I want you to deliver it. Knuckle sandwich. Free. Dude, I can do door pickup for that. Actually, you know what? Can you come over? Yeah, I'll just open the door. You hand it over. It's what I've always wanted. Big boob female Sasquatch.
Lake's next to buy.
No,
Right here.
I am not putting that in the yard. No way.
It's only $85
No way.
in stock.
You couldn't pay me $5 to put that in the yard.
Double the price. I'll pay you $85 to buy this.
No, I am not putting that in the yard for that much either.
Well, what you need to do, you need to get this thing and then trade it out for the one you have and see how long it takes Bigfoot to figure it out.
Look at her arm in the front. Don't even look right. Like, what is that?
That's a lot of weight she's holding up.
It's not meant to look right.
It
Like,
doesn't look right. None of that.
it's not meant to look right.
Big boob no squatch. Like, why?
Is it made out of wood or is it made out of friggin' metal? Because I want it to be metal, all right? I want it to last my whole life. 12 bottles of Gatorade from 1986. I've watched.
They had Gatorade in
Oh,
1980.
the glass ones.
The glass bottles.
Wait, they had Gatorade back then? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yes, 101. We had Gatorade.
How old is Gatorade?
Old.
Well, Eric, you want to give them a story?
It's either 78 or 79, I think.
Yeah,
Really?
it came from the Florida Gators.
Yeah, Florida Gators.
Really?
Yeah. I forget
Just
who.
enough LA beast to know that this probably isn't the score you think it is. Empty alcohol bottles. At least you're not trying to like actually make money off them. I mean, why don't you go to a recycling center and get a couple dollars, dude?
I mean,
Wow.
why do I feel like this would be my dad? There's an awful lot of Crown Royal in there too.
Get your Aussie
Thank you, Jeff, for being a member. I appreciate it.
hat for Australian Day. Man, my throat hurts so bad I couldn't actually even begin to attempt an accent there. But $5, I'll do it. Vintage Bible appears to be signed by Jesus himself. Oh, for God's sake, look. If Jesus really signed that Bible, which we have seen you, but we've seen it before. Okay, we have.
Keep on trucking.
Then 20 grand would be a little low. Want to make some quick money. Oh, boy. Are you a Oh, I'll pay you to give me a wedge if you yank it. Weird, odd one.
I'm gonna skip through that one.
Let's welcome
Of a kind pipe or fossil, yours for $5. Had fun with it for 45 years. That's great. But
Why do I feel like that was something that
What?
I don't know what this is?
No, the other thing I just read.
Oh, I'm not gonna read that. I
No.
saw that.
you will for $150. Cool claw hand
Free
with
shipping.
skulls. I mean, for a cosplay, this could be interesting, I think.
What is this, Freddy Krueger shit?
Right?
Purpose unclear, but at least it's free. Oh, dude. I mean, yeah? What?
What is this, like? Did somebody clean out a bounce house?
It looks like that's what it's one of those foam pits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They didn't have enough money to use all foam, so it's bags of trash.
Right.
When are we going?
My son deserves the final.
And stupid ads. Commercials without like words is very weird. Oh my god, the skip.
Fine. Nope. I'm sorry. No.
Is it
That's not
Shoney's?
That's Sonic.
Or Sonic, yeah.
a neon sign. That's a sign with a LED and or filament bulb in the center that ignites plastic covers. That ain't neon. Don't you come at me with that fake neon bullshit. Okay. A nice jacket for a guy. A little cleaning of the, well, yeah, for a guy. But now I don't want to buy it because you were naked in it.
Very good point. But how would you not? Even if the picture wasn't like this, how would you know if he wasn't prior to that anyway? Anyway, moving on.
Spy balloon, 50 grand.
Perfect. I love it. That was a good one.
Well, I can't buy it now. You frickin' broke it. A heavier. No way. I mean, I'll take it. Baby, you got a stew going. Fresh, meaty ham bone. Anyone want for soup? No. Just get rid of it, dude. Stolen van.
Boil it down
And $10.
stolen. What?
Dude, $10 and I get an entire stolen van? This master negotiator messaged me. Oh boy. Can you do 65? Most definitely not. What about 98? If not, then I'll do the full price.
What?
Oh, to be fair, it does seem like people are refusing to negotiate forever online when they sell stuff. All right. If you're firm on price, still worth $800 and okay. But site, it looks like Walmart. I don't know what Mercari is or Mercari, whatever, but it just never mind. Living in the year 3000. Oh, I love that song.
I'm done. I've had enough internet for tonight.
That's. Whew.
I do. There's one mask that I would wear. If you know what Half-Life is,
Yeah.
it's one of those, or it could be like Aliens, where that they call them face crabs, but goes over your face and straps around your head. That would be cool. It wouldn't do anything, but it looked cool.
Well, you asked for some weird shit, so I brought the weird. So, I don't know what I'm doing tonight for mine. I'm just kind of here.
Well, there's always the girl who made $200,000 selling her farts at $1,000 a pop.
All in addition, in their bathwater too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, you could literally just put water and Dawn dish soap.
No, you got to do the real thing, dude. You got to.
Yeah, she actually shows herself in a bubble bath and then filling the little bottles up.
I'm done.
She made a lot of money that way, though.
Like, I am more than done. I've had enough of people.
The thing is, there's nothing wrong with her. It's the people that was buying the stuff.
Yeah, think about the people who buy that stuff.
She's making money. That's
She's just providing the product.
yeah. The people that are buying somebody's used bathwater is. I would never even think about. Yeah.
I don't know.
There's even people who buy dirty, like things that you wear and then take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. It's weird.
One day we'll see Jeff on a billboard or something selling his farts in a jar.
Oh, bear farts.
Yep.
That'll be great.
Get them while they're hot.
Oh boy.
You know, this is the kind of conversations that make me lose hope in humanity.
You know what? Though?
Because think about it. I'm over here, like, struggling, doing my 9-to-5 job, and then there's people that are making thousands of dollars by farting in a jar.
I know. That's where my dog.
Where do you?
That's where my oldest daughter was at. She's like, "Why do I own my own business and work another job?" And she's like, "I could just stay home, and I could sell my feet, sell pictures and video of my feet, and fart in jars." And I said, "What?"
Like,
yeah, she actually told me
I'm
that.
over here struggling a 9-to-5 job, wondering what I'm doing with my life, and yet there's people that are doing stupid shit and making bank. Like y'all are.
But they're smart. It's
farting in a jar.
You're called 101 dumb?
No. I'm thinking about the people who who are these people who buy
I
this
don't care
stuff?
who these people are. The fact that there's a market for this crap. Why?
Yeah.
What? Is there some untapped potential that I am totally missing?
There's people out there with stupid kinds of money who will buy anything.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, where am I? Like, where do I get off just doing a 9-to-5?
Did you know there's people that buy these farts in jars and actually show them sniffing them?
Yeah. Oh, I got her fart today. Woo!
What I don't understand. It's like, okay, do what you will with it. I don't care.
Oh God.
The point is that there's a market for it, and the market for it is you make more money on the market for it than I do at my 9-to-5. Exactly.
It makes you irritated, though. It's like,
yes.
Yes.
It does.
Like no one.
$29.95. $29.95.
29 and 2 for 50.
And you have to actually auction off your farts. Oh my goodness.
Get them while they're hot.
I don't get it either.
Don't miss out on our Taco Tuesday specials. Dude, I just thought of, oh my God.
That's awesome.
I just came up with a way around it.
Beef stew fart?
No,
Oh.
I create a website for people like this and make big bank like eBay.
Yeah.
Like, there's no one spot for these people to go to sell this weird shit. I need to do this.
You could model your feet and people will pay to see your feet.
Yes, I'm aware.
Oh, Susie D says, Lake, sell a Bigfoot fart.
Bigfoot fart. Once in a millennial lifetime experience.
They're sneaky little things.
Does that
Gone
come
before
with
you see them.
does that come with a hair for authentication?
Right?
I know, Lisa. I'm late for the stream. I'll be there in a minute. Calm down.
Yeah. Adirondack air Bigfoot farts. Yeah.
Adirondack Bigfoot farts. Get them now while they're hot.
Oh my gosh.
I should have been an announcer, man.
Bushcraft family, have you ever seen Mr. Methane?
Yeah, he's funny.
Not that I know of.
Eric, you have?
Oh yeah,
Oh, is
he's
that the guy
been
that-
around for years. I
You
used to
should-
watch that 15 years
you should-
ago.
You should shave. You should shave Bigfoot's back
No.
periodically, and sell lock of
Bigfoot hair, back hair.
Bigfoot hair. Bigfoot back hair. Get it now while it's hot.
Oh, well then Lewis is gonna want back hair and spam though.
Well, 101,
Yes.
I just checked, and Prepping 101 OnlyFans is available.
Oh, it's available.
No.
No. Do you know how many fans you might get though?
Well, the thing is, you know, Agent J, somebody took that. It's OnlyFans at agentj.com or whatever, however they put it.
Yeah.
Somebody took it.
Wait. What the? Okay. Anyway, moving on. I gotta go do my stuff, so I'll see y'all over there. Hopefully, if I don't.
Okay.
Well, damn! Don't be so depressed about it.
No, I'm not. I'm not depressed. I said okay.
Okay. You sound
Shaved
like-
hair from Bigfoot.
I was reading the same time as that you were talking and I was talking, replying to your talking. Shaved hair from Bigfoot's back.
Anyway,
I don't think Bigfoot's gonna like this idea.
I'll see y'all.
Yeah, you might want to run it past him.
Okay.
It could be worse. It could be waxing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
Bigfoot wax
Shaved.
hair. Or
shaved.
how did
Peanut.
shaved or plucked? You pay double if it's plucked.
yeah. I don't think they would. I don't think it would be cost or whatever with the stuff was waxed. It would have to be shaved.
Yeah, because it takes longer for the waxed hair to grow.
Yeah, and actually, if you plucked it, you would probably get more money because they would probably be doing some really weird, funky stuff with the follicles. If you think about that, they could take his follicle DNA.
They'll be growing Bigfoots.
Yeah, they'll be growing like Bigfoot meats, like from his hair follicles. Like, what is it? They'll be cloning his like DNA and making
Yeah.
Bigfoot jerky and stuff. What is it?
Okay, we're going to go ahead and end it. I want to thank, first of all, the new members, and also want to thank the mods for hanging out and stopping riffraff. And thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Is something I do like try to do once a month, to where we're not talking about our other crazy stuff that's happening in the world. We talk about
Other crazy stuff.
other crazy stuff. Keep our mind off of going crazy.
Yeah.
And we will catch you over at 101s if you're heading that way. If not, we'll see you probably Tuesday. And thanks everybody for hanging out. And I'll leave you with this.